Welcome to another exciting day of Let's Playing. Today we're going to be doing something different. We're going to be playing Megaman Battlenetwork, an old game that I played quite a bit of as a kid. I have my old cartridge here, if you can see that, kind of. Gosh. Still has the old GameStop's price tag sticker on it. Battlenetwork was definitely a series that meant a lot to me as a child, and certainly a lot to some of my friends. However, the question is whether or not it has held up over the years. One Step from Eden came out recently, which is a game that was made in the same vein of Battlenetwork. I gave it a try. It's a great game, but it didn't quite reach the same level of enjoyment that I remember having playing Battlenetwork. So I thought I'd go back, give it a shot, and see, does this game actually hold up? Is it as good as I remember? We're going to start with the first one. We'll see if we make it through all of them. I don't know. There's quite a few, and there's 6, plus all the different versions on the in-between, starting with 3, such as Blue and White, Sun and Moon. What were the others? Colonel and Proto Man. The first one, if memory serves, was kind of garbage, but who knows? We'll see. Sometimes I do voices when we do Let's Playing. We're not going to do voices today, mostly because I would have to be impersonating elementary grade girls and things like that. So we're just going to read everything in my normal voice. I'll spare you the voice acting today. So Lan, wake up. If you don't get up, you'll be late for school. PetNet News, www crime is on the rise. It says the www plan to control the net might be starting. Sleep. You've got mail from Dad, too. Look, sorry I couldn't get off work Sunday. I'll be home soon. Here's a present for you. It says there's some battle chip data attached. Yawn. And I was having just a great dream, too. I'll expand the chip data, so check your pet later. Okay. Alright, so Megaman Battlenetwork, you might notice, is not your... you might notice, is not your typical Mega Man game. In fact, when I first started playing it, I was very confused because I thought I had been bait and switched. I was like, wait, this isn't Mega Man? What the heck is this? Of course, the game takes place in the pseudo-cyber future where everyone has these little cell phone things called pets. We have ours right here. And inside lives a custom navigator. Well, not everyone can afford custom navigators, but oftentimes people have these custom AIs, and they're essentially like super cell phones. And instead of punching in the number on your cell phone to get it to do things or typing into a keyboard, you talk to this artificial AI program, and it does it for you. So Lan, of course, has his pet here. Lan is the name of the child we will be playing as, and it's terrifying to think that at one day when I played this I was about Lan's age. My time has passed, has it not? But that being said, what else is there to go? Oh, of course the name Lan is a bit odd because well, it's local area network. You'll notice a lot of that. We live in AC/DC town. There's all sorts of words like that that relate to computer lingo, hub, LAN, that kind of thing. What else is there? Oh, and of course everything throws back to Mega Man in and of itself. There are tons of Mega Man references. Of course, all the characters are based around Mega Man. It's almost a reimagining of the Mega Man world. At any rate, so Lan got his pet, press start to read chip mail, and Lan got an AI navigation program, megaman.exe. Lan, good morning. Good morning, Mega Man. If you need to talk to me, just push the L button. Okay, let's get to school. Lan, check your mail again. Again, we never checked it the first time. Hurry, let's get to school. Alright, let's give it a save. I'm contractually obligated to save. And so, we'll get into more of this later. If you're watching this, you probably, I would imagine, know how to play a Battlenetwork game. But for those of you who don't, those few, Battlenetwork is played on a grid, a 3x3 grid. Well, technically a 3x6 grid. But you control 3 squares in the grid, and you receive chips from your chip folder. I'm probably getting ahead of myself because every game has this annoying tutorial that you need to do. I should probably just shut up and we'll just let the game give the tutorial itself. Lan has hidden some test answers in this bookshelf. Hope the mom doesn't find it. Your PC, if you jack in here, you can send Megaman on the net. Lan's secret tools are hidden here. Secret tools? That's concerning. I've never understood this one. So Lan, I think, lives on the second floor or something. He always has this soccer ball out here. It's a little early to go to bed. Oh well. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we don't live on the second floor. But there's the stairs there. Anyway, let's just stop fooling around and get into the story. Good morning, Lan. Morning, Mom. Breakfast is on the table. You have time to eat? No, of course not. We're an elementary school student. We thrive on not breakfast, but like soda and candy. Lan, you're late. Uh-oh, Maya looks grumpy. No one asked you to wait for me. Did you say something? Come on, let's go. Why do we always have to walk to school together? Silly, because we always have so much to talk about. She means she's got a lot to talk about. You just listen. Quiet. Alright, so this is Mile, Token Girl. She's not the worst Token Girl that you could ever have in a game. Have you heard about the accidents lately? People's ovens have been spitting fire all of a sudden. I bet it's another www virus on the loose. You're just imagining things. Maybe. Well, here we are. Let's get to class. Some walk. All 3 seconds of it. Man, yesterday our home oven started spitting fire. Yeah, everyone's oven's going crazy. Lan, you heard about the www plan to control the net, yeah? Yeah, actually I did, but we'll pretend we don't know so we get the backstory. They say the Triple W's making a virus to control the net. Then they'll control everything. Schools, companies, the army. Then everything'd have to be the way they want it. No way, man. Not if I can help it. Sure thing, 3rd grader. I can't remember what grade we're in. It's not very high. It's like 4, 5, 6, somewhere around there. Morning, Lan. Dex was looking for you. He's too big to be in elementary school, you know? Scary. So we have our 3 main characters that are going to be sort of Lan's crew here. We already met Mile. And I was like, for real? Whoa, no way. Anyway, Mile is, of course, your Token Girl character. Although, I guess she really isn't, because we still have Yai here. And it's really mostly only Token Girl if it's just one female, right? I'm probably focusing way too much on this. Anyway, she'll be, of course, Megaman and Lan's, like, female counterpart partner. Yai is a little rich girl. She's obviously the best of the bunch. She's like a super genius and graduated 2 grades above where she should be. You wish to ask moi, Madame Yai herself, about pet? No, I don't. We already know about pets. We gave you the breakdown earlier. Blackboard is covered with nicks and graffiti. Books are all by Miss Mari's favorite author, Dr. Yasu's Guide to Virus Busting. Looks interesting. That's funny, I'm pretty sure Yasu appears on the message boards in Battlenetwork 2. It's kind of neat that they took that and extended it. Class notebook, handwriting this bad must be Dex's. This is Dex, our last child in the gang. He is a very large, I think he was held back, and kind of a tough guy. I think he's a bully early on, though, in this one. I've been waiting for you, Lan. I challenge you to a net battle. Your wimpy Mega Man against my Guts Man. I heard that. Net battling isn't allowed, you know. Ah, stuff it. You sure got a big mouth for such a shrimp. We're not bothering anyone here, are we, Lan? Well, I guess. Shrimp? That's no way to talk to a lady. Interestingly, the crew in the first game really isn't, they aren't really friends. They don't start out as friends. My introduction to the series was with number 2, so I missed out on all this backstory, so to say. After class, Lan, be there. Kind of a challenge at the flagpole sort of situation. Let's begin class, shall we? First period is virus busting. Who's read the net news? I did. It said www net crime is on the rise. Very good. An extra mark for checking your net news. Crap, we didn't check our email. Of course, you should know too, Lan. Yeah, well, we would, Mega, if we checked our mail. It's important that we all know how to fight viruses. Ha! I'd like to see a www virus take on me and Gutsman. Humph, Deck and his silly little gutsman. What do you say? Relax, why would the WWW bother with you anyway, Dex? Why, you Lan. Quiet in the class. Today we'll be using the common virus called a Metool. Jack in your pets so your NetNavi can access the net. Lan, she said to jack in, press R. Yeah. So R is going to be our jack in button. It's kind of a neat little thing where you swap back and forth between the cyber world and the real world based on what you're jacking into. It looks like everyone's Navi is online. Okay, I'm releasing the Metool data now. So Miss Mari, obviously, in the real world is teaching the students in this pink Navi, which is a standard Navi. It's a non-custom Navi, is Miss Mari's. Okay, I'm releasing the Metool data now. Everyone ready? Okay, let's have a demonstration on how to delete viruses. When fighting, you must first send data to your Navy. Navy, take your pick. You choose the chips to send in this window. Chip icons are shown at the bottom of the setup window. From here, you choose which chips you want to send in that. Okay, we don't really need to read this. Basically, they have the same tutorial in every single game, and it never changes. It's incredibly boring, and the game is pretty intuitive, so you can just pick up on everything pretty much without it. But essentially, we select chips, they're one-time use. It's kind of like a deck building game. And then you select more cards when that custom bar up at the top of the screen fills up. Anyway, next they're gonna teach us how to area grab. So they're gonna sorry, it's just I don't know why it's the same tutorial in every single game. 6 games worth of the same tutorial. They're teaching us about letters. So you can select chips of the same type. So you can select as many cannons as you want. Well, 5. You can select up to 5 cannons. Or you can select chips that have the same letter. So here we have a S steel. Oh, they used to be, or not used to be. That's later called area grab, and wide sword. Both have S, so we can select those even though they're different chips. Of course, this is teaching you the strategy of how to control the battle arena, grid, whatever you want to call it, by stealing squares from your opponent, which allow you to use more close range weapons such as the wide sword. Unfortunately, I don't see the point in not starting with this one, right? It's the first one in the series, but this game, I kind of played through it once and thought it was kind of terrible, and was glad that I had started with the second one, because I think if I had started with this one, I don't know if I would have kept playing. It would not have been pretty. Is she teaching us how to add? Oh yeah, she is. But the adding works weird in this game. Alright, so add is a kind of odd mechanic. So we click add, and what happens is we don't select any chips. And so we have to wait for the custom gauge to fill up. And then on the next custom gauge, you get more chips to select from. It's kind of a goofy system. It definitely makes more sense, I think, in 2. And then I think they get rid of it after 1 and 2. But essentially, yeah, it just gives you more chips to select from. That's useful if you're going for a combo, or you're trying to select specific chips in tandem with each other that need to be used to create a, what's it called, a chip advance. Anyway, but yeah, the first game's okay. It definitely has all the core mechanics that are going to, later on, build the rest of the series, but this game is almost more of a proof of concept. It's very clunky, and there's not a lot of cool customization stuff that goes on. The deck building is very basic. Good job, that's all for today's class. After class. Phew. Wow. Today just flew by, huh? Let's go home. Alright. No, I don't want to hear about pet info, yeah? What's the big deal? We've been friends since we were kids. You're always hanging out with Lan. How suspicious. Lan, you and Megaman are so good at virus busting. I gotta get me some more battle chips so I can get better. And then we can take down the WWW together. I hope your oven is fixed by now. If it blows up again, shiver. Who's she talking to? She has to be talking to herself. Our oven's fine. That would never happen to us, right? WW crime is on the rise. Oh, that's just literally it. In the future, in the future, CNN messages you annoying text. Actually, it's not far from the truth if you get signed up to the wrong newsletter. Sorry, I couldn't get off work Sunday. I'll be coming home soon. Here's a present. Oh, we got Crossgun C. Deck building. Oh boy. Alright. So this will later, all of this deck building stuff really kind of makes for a pretty awesome game, especially by the time you get around 3, 4, 5, when you start doing the double soul and that kind of mechanics. Unfortunately, in this one, it kind of boils down to just put stuff that has high damage in your deck. Hadn't quite tightened the mechanics in this one yet. Escape, yeah. We'll never use escape. Escape just lets you leave a battle, otherwise you can't leave battles, but no need to leave a battle if everyone's dead, right? I don't think there's anything important here. Oh, right. Megaman himself, megaman.exe, only has 100 HP. We can buy upgrade modules to increase his HP. He also has attack, rapid, and charge. Attack is the amount of HP his regular buster does. Rapid is how fast he shoots, and charge is how quickly he charges up his buster. Charged buster does, I believe, 10 times your attack. So right now, well, and you can't charge it until you have at least two points into it. So we can't charge yet, otherwise if we could it would deal 10 damage. Our buster currently only deals 1, and we are level 1. Level is only increased by buying and equipping upgrade modules. Well, they get equipped automatically, so it's not like you have to physically equip them, but you don't gain levels by getting EXP. Well, you got saved by the bell, but now it's time to fight. My Gutsman rocks. No, Rockman rocks. Guts, or Dex. I got the latest version yesterday. Let's do it. Oh, so interesting. Dex's Gutsman. I didn't remember that. Alright, so earlier when I said everyone has these custom navigators, right? And they're these AIs that live in everyone's cell phones called pets. Dex here reveals that he just got the latest version of Gutsman, which means I always thought that Gutsman was Dex's custom Navi. But it seems like Gutsman is actually just a standard commercial navigator, which means that there are technically multiple Gutsmans all over the world. Dex's isn't unique necessarily, although I would argue that his should be, given the adventures they go on. That's a spirit. Don't be a crybaby if you lose, you hear? Alright, so right off the bat you'll notice that he has 200 HP to our 100. But that's okay, Gutsman's a bit of a pushover, at least at these early levels. There are multiple versions of every boss, 3 versions in most games of every boss. The first version is usually not that hard. But then later we'll encounter Guts V2 and Guts V3. Don't worry, those panels come back. Gutsman is pretty standard. If you move into the front row, he'll go in for with a gut punch on occasion. He also sends shockwaves out like this. This is bad though, we lost the middle row, which is going to be a problem because we can't dodge anymore. He's not doing a guts punch. Does he not gut punch in Megaman Battlenetwork 1? He's not... He had the option of going for the shockwave that we couldn't dodge, and he just never took it. He's never gut punching. He must not do it in 1. Oh well. Grr, you just got lucky. Today doesn't count, okay? What? We don't even get an end game screen? We can't farm Gutsman V1 for his chips? Oh, and if it wasn't clear, you connect your pets together. I don't know if they do it wirelessly or if they have to use a wire, because there's a plot point in number 2 where Lan has to use a wireless adapter, and it's like a big deal. So I would imagine they have to physically connect their pets together. I should probably watch the anime. That would probably fill in a lot of my knowledge lore gaps. Lan, you've got mail. Dad has sent us a email. Lan, this is Dad. I've made a power-up program for Mega Man. It's a little big to send by mail, but don't worry, I'll bring it home soon. You and Mega Man make a great team. Keep it up, Dad. P.S. Don't forget that whenever you're in a pinch, you can press the Pet's L button to talk to Mega Man. And Miss Mari is sending us the class notes. Forgot to mention something in class today. Chips don't run out when you use them, so use what you need. Also, press Pet's R button to call your net navy in the net. This is a useful trick called jacking out. Sorry for forgetting, and see you in class tomorrow. I think it's funny she apologizes. What she means when... earlier I said they're one-time use, and what I mean is they're one-time use per battle. But she's right, once they're used in battle, they come back on the next battle. Pardon me, laddie. Would you please ask me where we are? Sure, where are we? This is ACDC town, Den City. See? I'm not senile yet. There are a lot of places you can jack into. Maybe here? Jack in. Nope. I'm organizing my chip folder. I wonder if it's better to use a lot of the same coded chips. But I don't feel safe without some recovery chips, too. Recovery chips are for the weak. They're a crutch. So you want to... No, Yai, I don't want to know about pets. Oh, now she'll tell us about herself. I'm still only 8 years old. I skipped a grade. My family has some money, and I know a lot about pets. I'm not very good at gym class, though. Alright, tell us about pets, Yai. The net navi you have is determined by the pet you have. But nobody uses the default settings. You gotta customize. If you install an emotion program, you can chat with it. Or if you collect battle chips, you can become a net battler. I meant to ask you about your pet. Never seen that one. I guess that must be an old type. Must suck to be poor. Holy crap, Yai is kind of a little monster early on. Yai sure does have a big house. Yeah, don't worry. They'll all be friends by the second one. Yeah, speaking of, that kid's right. We can go around trying to jack into things. You can only keep 30 chips in your folder. The 5 chips that appear in the custom screen are random. The data library is a reference for all the chips you know. Yeah, we already know all this. Child, what are you doing, child? Wonder where it would be good to hide. I must be playing hide and go seek. Ready or not, here I come. Feels so nice to skip work and rest in the park. Hard to believe that WWW is plotting out there somewhere. Yeah. Lan, class is over and you're still studying? No, Mega Man, I just want to jack into the blackboard. When you delete viruses, well, you will sometimes get a chip after the fight. What's fighting well? I know that speed is good. Yeah, it's a combination of speed, not getting hit, using a few attack chips, and simultaneously deleting viruses. Tends to get you chips. I came to play with Mile, but she's not home. You're so lucky to live next door to her. Yes, we get it. Mile's the girl next door. Yesterday, my stove caught on fire. I thought the whole house was going to burn down. Yeah, that's probably unimportant. It'll be irrelevant to the life of us, Lan, the elementary school student. Did we hit everyone? Going to Dex's house. Looks like Dex still isn't home. Let's come back later. We can't go into anyone's house. Forget it. Let's run away from home. The entrance to what will be the new subway station. Are you kidding me? It's not ready yet? That's funny. Oh, doghouse, right? A security system designed to look like a doghouse. It will alert you of any intruders in the house. Looks like you can jack in here. Of course we're going to jack in there. As a young child, I'm fishing for a puberty joke here. Something about jacking into everything. I feel like I'm going to ruin it, so I'm just going to stop there. Not that that joke hasn't been made 1,000 times by fans already. The riveting experience of waiting for your custom bar to fill. Mini bomb, very slow, 50 damage. Not a big fan of it. However, we managed to steal a shockwave. Shock spelled funny there. We'll definitely get rid of our recovery chips. We don't need them. Oh, you know, there's this goofy thing about this one. Alright, so they they took this away in the later games, but essentially Mega Man has 100 HP for every fight, making recovery chips even worse. Because every time you win a fight and get out of the fight, you then just have max HP again. There are many other objects that you can jack into. Please try out any object that looks suspicious. Why is my security program... Oh, right, I should explain that. Why is our security program telling us this? I guess Mini-Mom does 50 for the cannons. It's just such a bad chip. Alright, Cannon D. Anyway, this is a program. It is not a Navi. Programs are identified, of course, because they are green and they float. They sort of have personalities, but they tend to be a lot more robotic. A Navi like Mega Man is going to have feelings, emotions. They can have a certain level of autonomy, whereas programs, they don't get to decide what they do. They're programmed to respond in certain ways. This is random data that you can access from any kind of virtual environment. Blues are unique in that they are one and done. Once you pick them up, they are gone forever. They're kind of like a treasure chest. Greens respawn and purples have to be unlocked. Wait, are purples in this one? I don't remember. Mega Man access the mystery data. Got Shotgun K. K. Alright, so we'll get rid of another recovery, and there's a little bit of synergy there with the two K chips. Picked up a Cannon D. I guess we'll get rid of another recovery chip and slot in the D. Oh, God. I walked into that one. Please don't slot in the D. Okay, so this is annoying. We can cross-gun these guys, but it's only going to do 30. Typically, also deleting viruses with your buster results in a lower, what's it called? Busting level. So you get a busting level after each battle, and yeah, oftentimes killing things with your buster results in you not getting a chip. I am a doghouse type security system program. We found that just the presence of a doghouse reduces the chances of a burglary. I'm almost like I'm almost like the watchdog for this home. You are the watchdog, little program. Oh, nice. We'll get a nice busting level from this one for sure. Oh, JK. There we go. So the triple simultaneous deletion of all the Met tools gives us an S ranking, granting us a Shockwave C. You'll get different letters depending on your virus level, busting level. So in some situations, it's actually advantageous to get a lower level if you're shooting for a specific letter. Yeah, I know, we were just in here, hang on. I wanted to see what Lan will say. Anytime you hit L when you're in the cyber world, Lan will talk to you instead of Mega Man. I haven't jacked into this thing in a long time. Let's get home before it gets too late. Alright, we'll go home. What did you say? Lan, let's go to our room and connect to the net. Are you sure we don't want to check out the stove? The refrigerator is filled with food. The pies that my mom makes in this oven are the best. Yeah, it won't let us jack in. Something in this Something in this pot smells good. No, this isn't suspicious. Lan, welcome home. A man from Net Safety is checking our home control panel. You heard, right? About the exploding ovens? That's the accident Mile was talking about this morning. Mile and everyone else. Hello. We think a virus might be responsible for the accidents. We're checking every home's control panel just to be safe. I'm glad it didn't happen to us. Lan, go to your room so you won't get in the way. Lan, child of mine, get out of here. You are, well, what's the word? Wow, can't think of the word. You disgust me. Lan, it's gonna bother me if I can't think of the word. Disappoint. How could I not remember the word disappoint? Good dog food commercial here. Dog, no. Dog, no. This TV is too old to have a jack-in port. Mom loves to collect all of these plates. You're in the way! Why don't you go to your room? I'll call you when I've made a snack. If we just do this and this, hee hee. Alright, fine. It really concern. Well, what secret tools would Lan have? So, whoa. Lost the light there for a second. So I do know that in the process of localization, there were times when things got a lot more toned down for the American audience, such as in Megaman Battlenetwork 5, when Dex and Lan do the scene, right? The scene where they do the wedgie thing, where they like try to put their legs in their swim trunks without. It's dumb. It doesn't make any sense, and Dex gets an ultra wedgie. Apparently, in the Japanese version, they went and spied on the girls when they went changing. So this cupboard of Lan's secret hidden tools could have very well have been just like Playboy or something. It also looks like, I think that's a Mega Man The Legends. Is that a 2? I think that's what that poster is. Anyway, we're just gonna go on the internet because, well, we're a child and we have nothing better to do, right? Pretty accurate to my own life. This is the inside of your computer. From here you can access the net and other terminals. You can jack out by... Yeah, we know how to jack out. Whoops. What's Lan saying here? This is the net. Be careful of viruses. Aw. We missed whatever he said earlier. So the internet in this one is ugly, and the graphics are very unappealing. Maybe they looked better... Here, we'll give you the small screen, right? So, you gotta think, back when we used to play, you know, on Game Boy Advances, you know, our screen looked like this, so it was a little easier to palette. It was a little more palatable, but, get back into the right size here. Anyway, with it all blown up, it looks even worse, but what are you gonna do, you know? No other way to get the footage. But in particular, Battlenetwork 1 just has the ugliest internet. We have these giant gold floating E's in the background. I think those are E's, or either that or they're 6's. Now, they have to be E's, right? And I can't help but think that they're like references to Internet Explorer, because at the time, Firefox wasn't the thing. Or if it was in its infancy, and Google Chrome certainly wasn't the thing. So Internet Explorer was the OG, right? It was the OG web crawler. So these ugly, ugly golden E's, I can only imagine, are a reference to them. Anyway, we're gonna go talk to Glide here. This is Yai's Navi. Oh, Mega Man. My name is Glide. I'm Lan's classmate, Yai's NetNavi. One of Yai's programs has gotten lost. I'm pretty sure that it's somewhere in the net around here. I have some pressing chores to do and must return now. Mega Man, if you happen to find our program, could you please come by here? By our network. Here, please take this. Mega Man got at Yai. If you use that at the proper place on the net, you will be able to access Yai's portrait network. I'll be there. Oh, and if you could keep this matter to yourself, thank you. Yeah, overall Glide is pretty cool. He's one of the few Navis that you never fight, though. So, heaven knows what his abilities are in combat. Oh wow, you shoot really quickly in this one. Definitely used to the later ones where your default buster speed is a lot slower. Cannon B. We'll get rid of the D and throw in the B. That'll create a little more synergy. Well, let's go look for Yai's program. Looks like a connection to another terminal, however you don't know the address, you can't open it. It's effectively, this simulates surfing the web, right? Like, all of this is the equivalent of opening up your web browser and you typing in a URL and going there, except in the future, everyone does this by sending their artificial intelligences out into the web to go do things for them. Which is infinitely slower, but you know, what are you gonna do? Can't select multiples of any of these. Cannon A, what's better, A or B? Neither. Technically A. That's not suspicious. www pin needed to unlock. All others be gone. The www pin, huh? Megaman, let's deal with that later. What? You don't want to report this to, like, net security or something? It's just... The www just has this obvious skull force field keeping people out. This elementary school kid just stumbles upon their webpage. Access denied 404. And it blatantly says www. Oh shoot. I meant to select the shotgun there. Great, great. Cool, cool. I like sitting here and doing nothing. Alright, let's try that again. Oh! The recovery time on that shotgun is so long. I'm a net merchant. Want to see my wares? This is where we'll be able to buy, well, random stuff. There's a way to... There we go. So we can increase our HP. Wow, that's annoying. You can't cycle through after you've shown the picture. Yeah, honestly, all this is garbage except for the... I shouldn't say it's all garbage. The HP and memory and the power-up will come back for later, and maybe we'll get the chips, depending. Well, this is annoying. I guess we could shockwave him. Oh, shockwave does 60 in this one? Admittedly, I probably should have just done that in the first place. Okay, we'll just line him up and knock him down. Ow! No, we got hit! Goodbye, busing level. No, I don't want it. So used to playing Final Fantasy VII Remake where you run with that button. Alright, so we found Yai's terminal, but we really don't want to be here. Megaman was bookmarked by Yai's terminal. You can now access this location freely. Cool. Oh, early game when you don't have any dex energy. So, if you just tuned in and you're like, oh, this Mega Man game looks kind of cool, and you know you've made it this far into this video, okay, we're gonna get rid of cover and put in Shockwave. You do need to be warned. Mega Man 1 it's a little dry. It's also, dry is not the right word. It's a little grindy. And it's filled with a lot of random battles. And as an entertaining guy as I am, I am going to run out of things to say. So, meaningful commentary probably won't be able to be provided for each and every battle, especially when we fight the same Metals for the 97th time. Anyway, so all I'm trying to say is, if you like what you see so far, don't get disheartened, but prepare yourself, brace yourself. It's gonna be a lot of random battles in this game. A lot. And it's not gonna get better. We'll select the double shotgun there just so that we see 2 new fresh chips on the turnaround, although it doesn't really matter because the metal is going to have 30 or less HP anyway. Met Guard. Is that what barrier is called now? What? What is Met Guard? Alright, again guys, I really did start with 2 and moved on from there, and then I went back after playing up to 5 and played number 1, so my knowledge of 1 is very shaky. There was a chip in 2 and beyond called Barrier, but it had a totally different picture. I wonder if this is Barrier. Let's get rid of X panel. X panel is useless. It is a garbage chip. It just kills 1 panel in front of you. It protects you from shockwaves, and that's about it. Oh yeah, it is Barrier. Has the same symbol. But we don't want it because we can just get a double delete here. Simultaneous delete, I should say. I do kind of think it's cute. On the battle screen, you can see the 1,000 Zenny. Alright. Zenny is our money. Wait, how did we miss that? Did I seriously run past that? Must have. Anyway, you can see on the battle screen the little grid that you're on has a little X box that you would click to close a window. Yeah, so the internet is apparently filled with viruses. Although, given the time period that this game came out in, that checks out, doesn't it? So greens are random data. We picked up that green for recovery G. We won't be putting that in the deck. Haven't found Yai's program yet. I don't know if that's a thing we need to come back and do. No, I'm bad. Okay, we should be able to get it with the double shotgun at least. Oh my gosh. If I can just line it up. Gosh. Timing was all wrong on that. Okay, well I think we've pretty much explored all of this area. We haven't found Yai's Navi. Or, sorry, Glide's program. So I think we just transition on to the next place. A lot of cannons. Not a big fan of cannon. Never have been. It's got a really slow wind-up time. Criminy. I'm a little confused. Are we just supposed to... Are we supposed to log out? That's another thing. The graphics for the internet in Battle Network 1 all look the same. There's really no... There's no point where you get any kind of unique graphics that distinguish one location from another. It all looks like this ugly, pale pink, gold-y, blue and steel colored walkway. So I very well could have missed the exit. It wouldn't surprise me. I think this leads to a terminal. Oh, This leads to Yai's terminal. Alright, I said we weren't going to explore Yai's terminal, Yai's homepage, but it's kind of funny. I don't know if this is necessarily intentional, but the size of LAN's homepage is so small compared to everyone else's, and it's like that in every game. It just makes me think that LAN probably, like, when he went to go make it, you know, he probably just booted it up, and it came with one of those default homepages, and he didn't bother changing anything on it, and it's just been like that ever since or something. He's just stuck with this really crappy default homepage. Like, he hasn't added any pages or links to it or anything like that. It probably just says, like, LAN's homepage at the top, but it's got no text or anything. I'm gonna kill one of these guys with our buster. So it's better to kill the one up front, simply because Mega Man will reset his buster faster when he shoots this one, because the bullets hit him faster. The speed at which he can shoot the buster is somewhat dependent on when the shot hits its target. Matters a lot more for the lower speed levels. Once you put a couple points into rapid, it's not as big of a deal. How do we do this effectively? I think we can in this one on the bottom. And then we can cross-gun the others. Although I suppose we could also just shotgun them to death. It's also dependent, buster speed is dependent on how fast you're moving. Or I shouldn't say it's dependent on how fast you're moving, but you can reset the animation by moving. So you can shoot the buster a little faster if you shoot and then transition to another square. I'm digging Shockwave doing 60 damage in this one. Pretty sure it only does 40 in Battlenetworks 2. And beyond, I think. Yeah, because it goes 40, 80, 120. Dealing 60 in this one is so much. That's something you'll notice about... Right, it does 60. I keep thinking Shockwave does 40, and I'm like, it's useless against the cannon. I also timed that completely wrong. So we wasted an opportunity to hit Fishy here. Alright, are we brave? We're brave. We'll hit this guy right when he comes at us. Don't judge me, I'm out of practice. It's been years since I played, right? I can use that excuse? We were trying to go for the 360 no-scope and failed miserably. Oh, we should probably save. If we, by chance, do get deleted, we haven't saved and we're gonna have to redo all of this. But yeah, so something you'll notice in Battle Network 1 is the damage numbers on a lot of the chips are kind of inflated. Okay, and so this portal here is where we would jack into the internet to if we had used Yai's computer to log into the internet. But in general, the damage numbers on a lot of the chips are really high in Battle Network 1. I think that partially might be because you have so few options available to you that if the battle chips aren't dealing a lot of damage, then, you know, what is? How are you going to kill the enemy? Whereas in later games, you're going to get a lot of other things, a lot of other options to deal damage. The game becomes a lot more strategical. Although Dash only does 50? That's really low. Guess not everything was higher. Pretty sure dash used to do more. Because it's a pretty risky move. You have to... Mega Man himself moves into the squares. Oh well, it's better than Mini Bomb. Mini Bomb is garbage. Plus the bees on the dash synergize with the bees on the cannon, which makes me think we should just swap all our cannons over to B. I remember this! Okay, there's also this problem with Battle Network 1 where it favors the letter B. I know that sounds really odd and specific, but I remember like all the best chips had B in them. Because Proto Man in Japan isn't called Proto Man, his name is Blues. And so his chip is a B for Blues. I'm pretty sure it was B. That I ended up having the dumbest deck in this game where everything was a B and it was really boring. We'll try and avoid that in this game. We'll try and do something a little more creative. I think what it was is I just had all of these B chips, so 30 chips with the letter B, and they all dealt like 200 damage or more. But they weren't exciting chips, they were like really dumb chips. Like one of them just sent a snake onto the enemy's side of the stage, but I never used it for that. I just threw it directly on top of an enemy to deal 200 plus damage or something. I can't remember. It was supposed to be this thing where like you throw it and you let it hatch. Guys, it has been years since I played this. I can't remember what the chip was. Garbage selection. Yep. Failed. Good game, uninstall. Once you knock him down to 30, there's not really a reason to go beyond that, is there? I'm a big fan of shotgun. It's nice and quick. And, the multi-box targeting is welcome as well. Oh my gosh, one of these days. Alright, double or nothing. Finally! We just need to do that now, on every single one. Okay, technically these are both Bs, so we can use them at the same time. But yeah, the startup on that is so slow. So the dash is not a good chip. It really never has been a good chip, but having it only deal 50 damage is so much worse. Because, like, with Shockwave, you can at least fire it and then go off and do your business. Like, the Shockwave is going to go and move, irrespective of Mega Man's position. But with Dash, you have to stand still and wait a moment before it fires off. And then, if you get struck by an attack on the enemy's side of the screen, you get knocked out of the dash. It's really a bad deal. This isn't good. We're gonna actually have to dodge a little bit here. Oh, we got tagged by the cannon. So here's the other problem with dash. I don't think if you don't kill the target, I think you stop. But since we killed those targets, we keep going. I could be wrong about that. We should test that out on an enemy. see if you don't kill the target if you keep going. But that's the problem, right? Dash and Shockwave essentially do the exact same thing. The only disadvantage that Shockwave has is that you need to have an unobstructed path from your opponent and yourself, because the Shockwave will disappear if it hits a hole. It's not a ranged attack, per se. Well, we probably have enough money to buy something. Could grab the power-up, that's the obvious choice. Spreader's pretty good. Hammer is, well, Hammer's situational. Hammer guard breaks. Also item breaks, or what's it called? It's not item break. It's like, it'll destroy any object on the board regardless of how much damage you usually need to break it. Breaks cubes. Oh, are cubes the only thing in this one? Yeah, cubes are a standard battle object. They're just these cubes. 100 damage isn't nice, or isn't bad though. Spreader's pretty good though. I'm deliberating over this far too long. So we could go for wide sword and spreader, or we could just be lame and buy the power up. Problem is, wide sword doesn't, or sorry, spreader doesn't really synergize with anything in our deck. Letter-wise, we don't have any eyes in the deck, whereas at least a couple of the shockwaves or Ks. Fine, we'll just be boring and buy the power-up. It makes the most sense. We'll just take charge, so that way we can do something when we're sitting around. Oh. Too fast. Yeah, the charge time's not too bad in this one. Let's see that again. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's slow. I feel like it was slower in 2. Wait, the blue chip data came back. Wait, what? Am I just wrong? Is that not a thing in this one? Does blue chip data just come back? What do the different colors mean then? Guys, I now know only that I know nothing. Huh. Well, let's go get that blue chip data. 200 zenny. Eh. Oh wait, we didn't do 10. I wasn't even looking at the numbers. Why did we do 8? The heck did we do 8 damage? Do you not do 10? 10 times your base damage in this one? Why would we do 8? That's insane. Numbers are all goofy in this one. Okay, the truth is, as fun as Met Guard, aka Barrier, is, it's not that great. So we're not going to put more of them in our deck. Actually, now we're just going to get rid of the one that we do have. Yeah, I guess that's the end of the internet. We just... Land's saying, want to go look for the lost program. Land, we've been everywhere. There's nowhere else to go. Ugh. Yeah, hang on, let's see these numbers again. Yeah, we just do 8 damage. That's so weird. Why? What developer sat down and said, "Yeah, we'll make it do 8 damage. We can make it do 10, but that would just be too weird." Yeah, I think we're gonna have to jack out because I don't think there's anything for us to do in there. Mom's still yelling at us. This guy's still being weird. Okay. Maybe we have to go... Megaman's telling us to find the lost program. I guess we missed something. What did I miss? You're not the lost program, are you? Okay. So let's solve this. Let's solve this Maze in the Minotaur style. We'll just take a right. That's what I thought I was doing. We'll just take a right every time we come into an intersection. And theoretically, eventually, we should be able to we should be able to find the correct path, right? So is green... Well, I'm so confused about the data colors now. Because the chip colors come back, which is just bonkers. I'm not making any sense. It is 1 in the morning. Give me a little bit of slack. Yeah, I don't understand what the data colors distinguish anymore. Because it seems like both green and blue come back. Wait, what? Did we just... How did we dodge the cannon? That was weird. We took a step back and the cannon missed us. Does it not travel in a line anymore? Does it hit scan? And then we moved out of the box and then it missed us? Kind of weird. Shotgun K. Probably better than Shotgun N. We could build a K deck. It's kind of what we're looking like right now. We just gotta stay away from the bees. Pity, Proto-Man's definitely the best, right? Like once you get Proto-Man, what's the point in anything else? He's a super fighting robot with a sword on his arm. Makes Mega Man look like a wuss. Alright, let's try this again. We've tried this so many times, I mess it up each time. Finally. Problem is, I don't think that counts as simultaneous deletion. Wait, is the... They wouldn't put the program under here, would they? What am I saying? Of course they would. Yeah, Shockwave suffers from the same problem. That doesn't count as simultaneous deletion. We can't transition. This is also possibly one of the worst battle songs in the history of battle songs. This is Yai's homepage. We already know that there's nothing there. Of all the times not to have a shockwave. That's disappointing. Oh my gosh, there's another path. How did I miss that? Wow, I can't find my way home. Glide, come find me. Man, this must be the lost program. You're right. Megaman, go tell Glide. He's in Yai's portrait network, okay? He is? Last we saw him, he was just standing in a random part of the internet. Oh well, I guess we got some Chezni, right? Okay, so this is Dex's PC? Why does... Wait, what? Hold on. It says, Dex's PC, get out. This means you don't have access rights. Dex doesn't have a portal terminal like normal people? He has a whole walkway? Weird. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, I don't think that is Dex's PC. I bet that's the next part of the internet. How the heck does Dex... Dex is blocking everyone's IPs from traveling through that part of the internet. I mean, not granting access to someone's homepage, fine. Unless you have their password or their bookmark or whatever they call it in this world. But Dex just being like, none shall pass. No one's allowed past this part of the internet is pretty funny. If Glide is actually in Yai's homepage, I'm gonna be upset. Because it means we're going the wrong way. A, it means we're going the wrong way. B, it means we're going to have to go to Yai's homepage and walk all around it just to find Glide. So I'm a big sword fan. Back in the day, I was the self-proclaimed sword chip master. But currently, sword chips are bad in our deck. We very much have two conflicting ideas in the deck right now. One is attack from a range with everything we have, and the other is swing a sword? Question mark? So we're actually going to get rid of the sword chips for the time being. Wait a minute, I'm limiting myself to 5 chips per type. But didn't they have some weird restriction in this one where it's like 8? Let's test that out. So what do we have here? Cannon B? Oh my goodness. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is insane. Can we put even more in? Hang on. Let's test this out. Oh my goodness. How many of each ship can you put in? I think this is why I had a B deck. Because I probably had like just a deck filled with Proto Men. Dash is bad. Let's put cannon in. How many of these? Is it going to stop us? 10 of the same chip. That's insane. That really is a big problem. Because we can just put 10 of the best chips in the deck. And that essentially removes all the need to try to build with any kind of synergy, because you just have to have 3 chips with the same letter and 10 of them. That's annoying. Yeah, you can see how long have we been recording? Only an hour. You can already see why this game kind of falls apart, mechanically speaking, or rather is more of a proof of concept for what will become the better later games. Because being able to put 10 of any chip in your 30 card deck is 1/3 of all the... Yep, Clyde's gone. It's 1/3 of all the chips in your deck. Oh my gosh, where's the ice terminal? It's up on the northwest part of this part of the internet, isn't it? Anyway, if the memories are coming back now, jogged by this jaunt into the game, and I do remember that was really the biggest issue with the mechanics in this game. Is not only do you have all these kind of wonky, high damage chips, but the fact that you can put 10 of them in your deck removes any need for deck building. There's a reason most deck building games limit you to about 3 or 4 copies of any card. Oh good, he's right here. Ah, you found our program. Where is it? Okay, got it. Thank you, please take this as a reward. We gotta spread our eye. Yeah. No. Tell you what, for the time being, to keep things interesting, we will pretend... For the time being, we might go back on this later. We'll pretend 5 is the limit. You know, we don't even need to pretend. We'll just use 5 as a variety. Kind of a baseline. We'll break the rule later when we want to, but not now. Well, actually we are going to break it, because we're going to sneak in 6 cannons. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Otherwise, yeah, I'm happy with these. Alright, time to go talk to Mom. What? I'm hungry. Wonder if we can have any cheesy poofs? Not really sure where that came from. Eek! That's your mom. What could be wrong? Let's go. Alright, well... that seems like Mom's problem. We can leave that to her. Let's go back on the internet. Maybe we should just leave. Lan, this is no time to go play. Smells like something is burnt. Lan! I was trying to make hotcakes and look, what should we do? Huh? But it was just repaired. Repairman said it was fixed, but it's on fire. Megaman, let's jack in. Maybe it's a bug or a virus or something. Leave it to me. Let's plug in our electronic computer device to this on fire electronic computer device. Makes total sense. Megaman. Yeah, the oven program's here, but something's wrong. Be careful. If a virus comes out, I'll send chip data. Roger that. Program is controlling viruses somewhere in the oven control area. It's creating the fire. If you delete him, it should stop the fire. The oven control area is somewhere deep inside. You can't see the viruses, they just suddenly attack. Be careful. Help us. The oven has been taken over by a virus. Who are we? We're the oven control programs. No, we're not viruses. Oh boy. Because of the heat, the oven network is broken up. You can maybe put it out if you get the ice block from the thawing section of the network. Megaman access mystery data, shotgun Q. Now that's a weird letter. I didn't quite catch what the first box of text was, but the data signatures and the data signature is the WWWs for sure, and it's tough. It's just like Mile was saying. Let's go, Megaman battle routine set, execute. It's just a single Meton. Guys, calm down. Anyway, they're suggesting that the Metools were planted here by the WWW because their signature is the same. This is the center of the oven network. We're being deleted! We almost have no antivirus features. We're hoping that you can handle deleting the viruses. Beep. Megaman access the data. Wow, purples are just accessible without an unlocker in this one. It's burning brightly. Yeah, well, we're gonna go get the ice block chips to put out the fire. I swear the recovery time on shotgun is just a little longer than I'm used to in this one. Keep expecting to be able to fire it and move. There's no response. The program is no longer functioning. We gotta steal A. If we get enough steals, we'll swap over to a sword deck. Sword decks are really bad if you don't have a consistent way of grabbing panels. No, I don't want to jump. A little annoying though, the Metars aren't really that exciting. This is the thawing section. If you use this ice block, you can extinguish 7 fires. Please try to get into the oven control area, then please delete the master virus to fix the oven. Examine a fire to use the ice block. If you use up the ice block, please come back for another. However, it will take time to recompile, so the fires that you extinguish will return. Good luck. Did all you guys playing at home catch that? Yes, that's the minigame. We can only extinguish so many fires. Also, wow, is Mega Man just dead? Eek. Mega Man, what's wrong? Mega Man. Ha ha ha. Who's there? Don't bother calling your Navi, he just went boom. You're the panel repairman. Ha, that was just a disguise. I work for the WWW, you silly kid. So all the other oven explosions. You're pretty smart. Me and my Navi do good work, huh? Sorry, but you gotta join your Navi. You can't escape. Well, we can't? We can just walk out. Couldn't we? Someone has locked the door. Dang, this guy is dark. Well, I think that's where we're gonna pause for today's video. We'll go ahead and pick up in the next one, hopefully rescuing Lan and his mother from certain death. Thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed. See you in the next one.